Welcome to the latest edition of the Black Hole podcast. Today, we're going to talk about something near and dear to myself. It's the content of character. A wise man, Martin Luther King, once said, "Judge a man not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character." Okay, that stuck with me as a young man when I first heard those words long ago. And it stuck with me all my life because to me that makes the most sense. You just go off how someone treats you, treats others, how they conduct themselves, how they live their life. Go off that when deciding who that person is, what they're all about. These days, however, it seems people insist on being judged by these identities, whether it's based on their ethnic group, their color, their gender, their sex, whatever. People, it's like they flock to this because I suppose it is hard trying to stand on the merits of your character alone. It's easier to take character out of the equation, just go off of the most superficial, the most easy to define aspects of yourself. Because everyone, just like you're made of individual cells, okay, individual tissues, your body, right? Your personality, who you are, you're made of individual aspects. And they come together, they make you. Just like your body comes together, just like even atoms, molecules, all those things come together to make matter, to make the universe. Who you are, you're made up of little pieces put together. That makes who you are, And that's complicated to a lot of people. That's complicated because you may have these certain aspects that are easy to define, but then you have other things that are not so easy to define. And then one aspect might be in conflict with something else. And people don't like that. People don't like complexity. They want things simple, something you easily tweet out, something you easily comment on, something easy you can blurt out, something easy you can hashtag or whatnot. That's what they want. So they want simple identities. Simple people need simple identities, whether it's their religion, their color, their race, their gender, their sex. To me, sex is something you do. It's not an identity. That's me. That's how I see things. So I don't know. In my mind, you can't be gay or straight necessarily. It's like the activity of the sex. Okay, you would classify that was heterosexual sex. That's homosexual sex. But that says nothing about the person itself to me. So I would never consider someone gay. That sounds weird to me. It sounds weird to you. I would never consider someone to be gay. That's all that guy, that person does gay homosexual activities, It says nothing about who they are as a person. That's still Mario over there. That's still whoever, that's that person. That tells you nothing about who they are as a person. That's just one of their things they do. Just like as opposed, let's take 10 African Americans. You put them in a room together, that's 10 different people. It's not one group. It's not one collection of people. It's 10 different individuals. They're going to have 10 different minds, 10 different histories. They got one thing in common, and that's their ancestry. Their outer appearance may be somewhat similar or somewhat easy to group together. But that's just one aspect. You take a guy from, let's say, Brooklyn or somewhere, right back east. I know they're way different guys, my part of the nation. I live over in the south central part of the nation, and very different. Take someone from an urban environment and someone from a suburban or rural environment. Different things going on. Generational, big differences too. You take someone born in the 80s versus someone born in the 2000. They got a little different things going on, despite having the same color or the same ancestry or similar ancestry, because we're a little bit of our ancestry is It can be, it can range. It can range exactly what mix of West African and European or whatever else is in there. It can range. So we're not a monolith. We're not homogenous, you know. But people, they like the group identity. They like to be part of groups because it makes you feel stronger that way. You're not on your own standing. A lot of people, they don't want to stand on their own. They don't want to be judged on their own. They want to be examined on their own. They want to be part of some sort of group. They want the group and others that observe the group to give them meaning. To say, oh, this is who you are. Say, yeah, that's who I am. You say that's who I am, so I am. It's much more difficult to think about, okay, who am I? What am I about? To decide that yourself, based on your character, that's not easy. That's not easy. And it requires you to hold yourself to a certain standard. People are easy and quickly, they'll hold others people to a standard. But when it comes to holding themselves to a standard, no one wants to do that. You don't want to hold yourself to any type of standards. It's like what you do is what you do, and what they do is all. You can judge other people's actions. You never judge yourself. You never look in the mirror and examine yourself. Ask yourself, is this right? This wrong? Should I do this? Should I not do this? No, people don't want to do that, but they're quick to judge and comment on the actions of other people. Having character requires you to examine your own actions. That's why it's not trendy, I suppose. You don't want to look at the content of your own character, the content of other people's characters. No. Look at the most superficial, the most easiest to define things about that person. Judge them off of that. Because it's quick, boom. Oh, that's a Mexican. Oh, okay, that's what it means. Okay, all right. That there, oh, that's a black. Okay. Oh, that's a gay. Oh, there. Oh, okay, look at the gay. Oh, that's a Christian. Oh, that's how they all are. And they got their little preconceived notions of what are these little categories mean, and they do they do a little math in their head, and they calculate. Oh, is this person good or bad? Oh, they're good because I like this group. Or they're bad because I don't like this group. It's how it is, and it's not. I guess it's not political because people do it when it's not into the politics. People do it because they're too lazy to look. They don't want to look. They don't want to know. They don't want to learn. And they don't want to be involved in anything that requires themselves to be uncomfortable. They don't want to be wrong. So they rather just be right, keep their mind closed, and not look at the content of someone's character, judge them by the most simplest common denominators that they can. Okay? Don't you do that. If you listen to this, don't do that. Don't do drugs. Love your family. And that's all I got to say for today.